Ever had to turn off a fight because it was just too much? You're not alone. Here are some of the most terrifying enemies in games. One of the best things about games are all the wonderful things you can kill. Yes, we can all admit that there's no better way to blow off steam than shooting, maiming, or just generally putting down all kinds of terrible things. And what a selection of awful creatures and baddies there are out there. We're really spoiled for choice. But sometimes we encounter enemies so horrible that even a lovely shotgun to blast can't make us happy to see them. The stalking aliens that make us break out in cold sweats at the faintest sound. The creatures small enough to kick, but terrifying enough to make us cry. There are some enemies we absolutely love to hate. And speaking of things to love, the Logitech G subscribe button and notification bell is just a click away, and means you'll be greeted with tons of lovely videos. So, while you're hitting those, here are the most terrifying enemies in games. The most terrifying monster in fiction is realized perfectly in Alien Isolation. The game takes inspiration from the original Alien film, which means the creature is a bulletproof, 8-foot-tall monstrosity that will murder you in an instant if you get caught. The Xenomorph intelligently hunts you throughout the game. If you try to hide in lockers, it will learn and eventually start opening lockers to find you. If you knock something over, it will immediately investigate, which means you're doomed. Look out for drool dripping from the ceiling. That means the monster is hiding in a vent above, waiting to drop down and assassinate you. Alien Isolation perfectly captures the terror of being hunted by a creature you can't fight. And thanks to Alien's outstanding artificial intelligence, the Xenomorph will likely find a place in your nightmares for years to come. Killer 7 is a simple rail shooter. You run through narrow corridors and blast any enemies in your path. However, in this game, your enemies happen to be invisible, grinning demons that self-destruct as soon as they get close. Even worse, they screech and laugh horribly when they explode. Luckily, you get to play as 7 distinct characters that are more than capable of hitting demons' weak points with amazing style. We love the luchador who dual-wields grenade launchers, and Dan, a sharp-suited assassin who punishes demons with his revolver. Killer 7 isn't a complicated game, but it has an incredible sense of style and disturbing enemies that earn it a top spot on this list. Watch out for the invisible flying demons, by the way. They will destroy you in an instant if you're not careful. The gatherers in Amnesia: The Dark Descent look quite silly in screenshots, but in the game they are relentless villains. These strange humanoid experiments hunt you through Amnesia's creepy environments, and sometimes all you can do is hide in a cupboard and hope that the monster stops investigating and leaves you in peace. That won't last for long though, because you never know when a gatherer will appear. The game keeps you on your toes in a constant state of anxiety. There are horrifying environments to explore and a sinister story to uncover, but as soon as you hear a growl behind you, the monster is there, and it's time to run and hide if you want to survive. The Slenderman is an internet horror phenomenon. In Slenderman: The Arrival, this tall, spooky figure stalks you through forests, silently waiting for the first opportunity to grab you and end your game. His tall, slim silhouette is unmistakable, and the moment you catch a glimpse of him, you know you're in trouble. Slenderman was created in 2009 by Eric Knudsen on the comedy Something Awful forums, and since then tens of thousands have created their own takes on this gangly, well-dressed creature, creating original art and adding him into the background of old photographs. As a result, this monster has become a scary modern myth that's brilliantly realized in Slender: The Arrival. The game was created with the guidance of Slenderman's creator, which makes it the most faithful take on Slenderman in gaming. If you want a more cartoon but equally scary version of the monster, face off against the creepy Enderman in Minecraft. If you dare. If you hate spiders and the idea of spiders launching themselves at your face to turn you into a zombie, you'll absolutely hate Half-Life. Headcrabs are one of the first enemies you encounter in the original game. While it only takes a couple of crowbar hits to take them down, they are still horrible to face. Half-Life 2 introduces an even worse headcrab species, a spindly, poisonous variation that are very good at hiding in unseen corners. They can only take you down a tiny amount of health if you get bitten. But the design and animation of the poison headcrabs makes them much scarier than most gaming enemies.
The worst you might do is attempt to couple with your head.
Ski Free is a top-down 2D game about riding snowy slopes to hit jumps with style. The game was included for free with old versions of Windows, but it traumatized an entire generation of players thanks to an immortal Yeti monster that could appear at any moment during a run. No matter how fast you ski, no matter how many jumps you hit, the Yeti is always faster than you. Most monsters in this list have weaknesses. The Xenomorph hates fire. You can hide from Amnesia's monsters. You can run away from Slenderman, but there is no escape from Ski Free's Yeti. That's what makes it the most terrifying enemy in PC gaming, and our favourite monster on this list. Let us know in the comments who makes you reach for the power switch, and if you enjoyed, give this video a like. Subscribe to Logitech G for more lists and features all about games, and hit the notification bell so you never miss when a video lands.